Welcome. Bernard Shaw, a great writer, once said, "It's only at the hour of trial that a man finds his true profession." Welcome to my channel. It's called African Culture. I've been navigating, trying to talk about folklore, talk about other cultures, talk about slavery, talk about coups in Africa. I think it's important to have a niche. In which we must discuss something. There's a lot going on in Africa, and we need to come as Africans and debate. The first debate here in my channel has been slavery, the role of the West, the need for reparation. Reparation is compensation for any sort of theft or downward spiral of something. Now, Africa went through a lot. Africa has a population of now 1.3 billion people. Number 3 in terms of population density in the world after India. Of course, we have China, then Africa. America is about 300 million to 400. Now, Africa is blessed with over 35% of the world's natural resources, but it's one of the poorest. Africa went through colonialism for more than a decade, 3-4 decades, from 1884 to 1960s. Africa went through slavery. More than 20 million Africans were brought to America here, others Europe. By the way, we are talking of reparation. Who must pay who? We are looking at the West. But the Arabs are stinking rich. These are the people who conducted slavery from 1619 to 1884. 1884. In 7 BC, the Arabs were strictly in charge of slavery. So Africans must focus first on the Arabs, then the West, then the East, then the rest of the world. But our focus now must not only look at punishing France. I heard Dr. Rikana, all the scholars are saying, France, colonialism, the West. No. They're praising the East, Russia, China. Why? The bigger issue is leadership. The bigger question is preserving what we have to avoid second colonialism. Let's not be stupid. We were colonized because we were stupid. We were enslaved because we were stupid. We are disorganized. We are not united. We don't have proper leadership. Look, we could have managed the trans-Saharan gold trade, but the Arabs hijacked, and the West later they turned it into the transatlantic slave trade that killed Africa, siphoned the little we have. Now we are selling what we have to China and the West. Russia, etc. Look, West Africa, too much coups. In Africa, there's been more than 5 coups. 5 coups in Nigeria. Many in West Africa like Mali, Guinea, recently Guinea-Bissau. We had in Niger. It's terrible. Almost every year. I'm sorry. And I see many African elites are very happy, saying this is a good revolution. Listen, if we want a United States of Africa, we need to have a refined leadership that will think about what kind of governance we need in Africa, what kind of future we need in Africa. Else, we are courting nuclear holocaust. We are courting second colonialism by dictators. Look, China is giving more than $700 billion in terms of loans to African countries, and most countries are failing to pay. And Chinese are busy taking over African natural resources. It will be too late for the West to come to our rescue. Russia, you see all the coups in West Africa, flags everywhere. Like then, the flag followed the cross. Soon, after taking over and bringing warlords, Russia wants a resource. Africans, we need to debate now. We don't need to be taken by emotions and hate of France, of the West. Russia helped many countries during Cold War, but mostly dictators like Gaddafi, like Mugabe, and so on. The only liberation war they supported was apartheid. So Africans should not be stupid to say, these people helped us a lot. Wow! They have their own interests. Look, some of us are here in the US, many are in exile from Africa. We are scholars, but crippled, tortured, have developed a neurological disease. I'm learning to speak. That's why I'm struggling. Out of torture, I was elected national leader back home in my country, Uganda. Look, we are attacking Russia, the West, but we are forgetting that our own are here running. I've not taken off to China because I go there, more problems. This king will not be allowed there. Look at what happened during COVID. In China, Africans suffered. and will suffer more if we are not wise. So to me, I think this channel must carefully discuss what kind of leadership and governance do we need in Africa? What can unite us to be a US of Africa? Do we need reparation now? Don't we need to protect the little we have? We have to be smart. Thank you. Let the debate begin. Please put in the comment section, what should we debate? Revolution, devolution, reparation, who should pay who, how and why? What kind of leadership do we need? Should you go east or west? Should you go democracy or communism? Or we come with a cocktail in between the three, because democracy failed. Communism can't work. We need to have a balance. The African culture, what you used to have before. Soon I'll be giving you tips on how we used to manage our social structure as Africans. Thank you. God bless.